The mystery that has baffled the world for 13 years.
Why couldn't the world's biggest pop star escape her own father?
I'm always threatened by my dad.
Do you really believe he is a villain?
Maybe her dad is helping.
Britney has been freed from her conservatorship, but her lawyer reports that FBI are now looking into her father's behavior.
He may be trying to hide something.
Britney's grandfather also shipped his first 2 wives to a mental hospital to be drugged up.
Who gets to do that to someone?
It runs in the family.
Britney's real fight is just beginning.
I never wanted to become one of those prisoner people. I always wanted to feel free.
She was a shy child, but when she'd get on the stage, she had a totally different personality.
Dancing is a huge part of me and who I am. It's like something that my spirit just has to do.
Britney's sweetness and spark made the world fall in love with her, but her family life wasn't picture perfect.
I tried to be with Britney as much as I could.
What about her dad, Jamie?
I don't want to talk about Jamie.
The only thing Jamie ever said to me was, my daughter's gonna be so rich, she's gonna buy me a boat.
The Daily Mail reporter recalls Jamie Spears admitting, "I have the most famous daughter in the world, but I squandered my money on wild women and beer."
I don't have the best past in the world. I got a pretty well checkered past.
When Britney's parents divorced, Britney called it the best thing that's ever happened to my family.
Britney was her family's golden ticket, but she was falling apart under the pressure.
Staying up all night?
Came in and she said she wanted her head shaved, not in a good place at all. She's totally freaking out.
We had no control over anything that was happening.
I get a call from her one night, and she tells me, "I need your help." My question to her the whole time was, the best thing would be to have your family around. And she would just say, my relationship is not like your relationship with your family.
Britney was at her breaking point when her absent dad suddenly reappeared.
He swooped in at the perfect moment when she was at her most vulnerable.
Jamie Spears has filed for a temporary conservatorship after his daughter, Britney, was placed on involuntary psychiatric hold.
Jamie is now responsible for what healthcare Britney receives, what drugs she takes, who she's allowed to talk to, how her money is spent.
Jamie said that he saved Britney when she was in desperate need of help.
I don't think he was the hero. He manipulated the situation, and he has benefited from the situation.
I couldn't even have a conversation with my mom. I told them I was scared. My therapist said I was not cooperating. He immediately put me on lithium. I cried on the phone for an hour, and he loved every minute of it.
Why was Jamie made the conservator and not Lynn?
Then Spears told the press what Britney needed at the time was a stronger person.
Jamie is intimidating, and when he's angry, you don't want to mess with him. He was like the bouncer, he could keep people out.
But even once Britney recovered, her dad didn't give up control.
Sometimes it can get kind of lonely. If I wasn't under the restraints that I'm under right now, with all the lawyers and doctors and people analyzing me every day, I'd feel so liberated and feel like myself.
Her dad started working Britney to the bone.
The best thing for her is what she's doing right now. Let's give her, she's in her element, she's in her world. Keeping her busy, she likes to sing and dance, and she likes to work.
Do you feel out of control in your life?
I think it's too in control. The only time that she's free is when she's in a closed 4x4 space. When I tell them the way I feel, it's like they hear me, but they really not listening. It's bad. I'm sick.
The world had no idea Britney wasn't the first woman in her family to suffer like this.
Britney's aunt and uncle reveal that the Spears family toxicity can be traced to Jamie's dad.
Britney's grandmother, Emma Jean, took her own life at the age of 31. Britney's aunt is attributing Emma Jean's death to Britney's grandfather because she felt like he drove her crazy. Britney's uncle wasn't surprised to hear what Jamie's done to Britney because that's pretty much what his father did to all of his wives.
Britney was desperate to be free from her dad, but she was being silenced.
I didn't know I could petition the conservatorship to end it. I honestly didn't think anyone would believe me.
But people outside her family did.
Nothing's going to change about this corrupt conservatorship without public outrage.
So Britney reached out to someone she could trust.
It's very hard to be a very successful woman and not have everyone controlling you. Britney wrote to me a very long and important letter wanting me to help her.
Sharon Stone tells Britney Spears, quote, "You have a right to an attorney not provided by your family. You deserve that."
Britney fought for what she deserved by hiring a new lawyer and facing her dad in court.
Emotional testimony from Britney Spears as she pleads with a judge to end her father's control over her life. She wanted this court proceeding to be open. She wants everyone to hear what she has to say.
Finally, Britney was fighting for herself.
I've done more than enough. I don't feel like I can live a full life. I'd like for my boyfriend to be able to drive me in his car. I want to be able to get married and have a baby. I want changes and I deserve changes. I just want my life back and it's enough.
By finally standing up to her dad, Britney was able to break free and take back her spark.
I'm so pleased and proud to say Jamie Spears is no longer a conservator.
After 13 years.
This conservatorship is terminated.
She authored her freedom. She gets to embark on a new phase of her life.
Now she's free to be the Britney the world has loved all along.
Hopefully my story will make an impact.
I'd like to be an inspiration for people.
Never, ever lose your passion to dream.
The world keeps moving and we keep moving with it. There's a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but everything we experience makes us realize how beautiful life really is.
I'm loving and learning myself every day, learning who I am. It's awakening.